Hello and welcome back, my fellow hat enjoyer, hat enthusiasts, for another episode of Journey Through Eorzea. As always, I am your host, Man with Hat, Tiberius Fox. I speculate we are at the end of like I don't know. I always want to say 2.0, but that's not it. That's ARR. Was like 4.0, right? End of 4.0, end of Storeblood, like the main story, like not the expansion stuff. After like the transitionary expanded story, whatever you want to call it. I'll be honest. When I got in here, it's been several days. I had friends over and did all sorts of stuff this weekend and had plans and all sorts of things. With that in mind, I literally straight up walked in here and I was like, I spawned in and I was like, where am I? I have no recollection of where I am, but I do remember that we were like getting close. We were gonna go and do all sorts of stuff. So let's finish. We'll start off by touching base with Lise and figure out what's going on. I was worried when he wasn't at the Saltery, but we found him in the end. Now that we've got the key, it's time to find that underwater tunnel. That's right. We're looking for a back way into like Mhigo proper or whatever. As Lise is in the mood for a swim. We'll need to dive into the locks and look for a tunnel leading beneath the residential district. That should be no problem for Tiberius and me, thanks to the Kojin's blessing, but for the rest of you... I will have you know that I'm going to hold my breath for 10 minutes. I think it best that I support Nago and Ardenvald's unit. Oh right, you can't swim. Oh, that's right. There was a whole thing later where he jumps in. I thought that happened earlier, but apparently not. I am aware of that, thank you. But it is neither here nor there, given that I lack both the Kojin's blessing and Thancred's preternatural lung capacity. That's right, of course. I didn't mean anything by it. Nothing at all. So, Tiberius, Thancred, and me, let's head to the water's edge. Alphino and Whiskar can rejoin the others and wait outside the gates for us to let them in. Alright. It's like, I thought we were going to go in that door, but apparently we're not going in that door, so... Come on, Mjolnir. Alright. Yeah, this last weekend, behind the veil, I had some friends over. I was like, I haven't done it in a long time. I've been working on this land behind my house. It's just all wild, overgrown, everything. I made like a little pet area behind my house with like a fire pit and the whole thing. And I was like, I'm gonna have friends over this weekend. The one thing that's been really crazy, talking real life stuff, right? Ticks this year have been absolutely ridiculous. I cannot believe it, but I'm working on it. You know what I mean? There's only so much you can do. But Killer Brit, let's see what's up. It's a new one, level 83 bard who apparently does not like pants. Who am I to say? Yes. This looks as good a place as any. Ere you dive into the briny deep. Ah, Urianger. Urianger, what are you doing here? Master Alphino informed me of your plan, and thus did I hasten to your side. When Mistress Eorzea unfolded to me the tale of her defeat, I was much intrigued by the apparent ease for which Fordola, a theretofore unexceptional warrior, defied my lady's every attempt to do her harm. After some few days of deliberation, I subsequently contrived that I believed to be a solution to the problem of her Man, what is this word? Preternatural. I have never heard that word used anywhere else but this game, I swear to God. Of her preternatural prescience. 'Twas in hopes of furnishing you with the fruits of my labors that I came. Alright. Wait, isn't that Moonbrighter's? Her etheric siphon formed the basis for my design. Should my hypothesis prove correct, you need but activate it in her presence. To say more would endanger the plan, for ignorance is your shield. Okay. The less you know, the better. It was Moonbrighter's time. It is not yours, my friends. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal, and return. Yeah. Urianger's had a bit of a time. We will, for you and for her. Right, I'm going in. Follow me. I know, it's Urianger, he had Moonbrighter and she died. He cared about, Minfilia, and then she got nabbed up by the crystal, right? And had to do a whole thing. likes Alizé and Alphino, but Alizé hates him because of him working with like the Warriors of Darkness and trying to like do plans on the side. Like, dude just cannot get a break. I like how later they kind of do a thing where him and Thancred kind of bro out. Wait a minute, what? Oh, I was supposed to swim underneath, wasn't I? Alright, hang on, I must have missed like a turn. Oh, I bet I was supposed to go in the water, I'm so dumb. I was just not even thinking about it. Because the water looks different, so it didn't even occur to me. It's so salty, my eyes. My poor eyes. Oh, those are neat, those are like little snow crystal things. Alright. The tunnel leads east. Thancred's already gone ahead. Let's not keep him waiting. Yeah, because he can't breathe forever like we can. I can't sprint. It's okay. Come, take a leisurely swim with Man with Head. Tiberius Fox is a wonderful swimmer. Look at him. I was watching the thing the other day, and they were talking. It was like a retrospective of Stormblood, and I didn't want to watch all of it because I didn't want to spoil. Because one of the things that's been cool about this whole thing, and I think I've mentioned this before, but is that it get to kind of re-experience it, right? And like a lot of it is almost like the first time, right? I'm like, I don't remember this at all, so you know, it's kind of cool. But like one of the things he said was that he felt they really could have done more with like the underwater, like having fighting or something. You know what I mean? The Alamegan Quarter. Oh, this music's neato. Man, having to swim all the time and then like run around though, I bet I'm chafing so bad in this wet like gear that I'm wearing. Unless I magic dry. Reminds me of like, what's that show? Freerin or whatever. And she's like constantly looking for spells, but she's always getting like these obscure spells that do these little routine things. Like they make sour apples taste like the sweet apples and weird dumb stuff like that. And I remember one of them was like a spell that dries your clothes extra fast. I was like, that's it. What does Thancred have to say after now? That tunnel was much longer than anticipated. I would rather not make the trip again if it's all the same to you. Of course. Phew, that was fun. Yes, tremendous fun. Who needs a beastman's blessing anyway? I can't believe you managed to hold your breath the entire time. It felt like we were down there for hours. Anyway, it's time we let our friends in. Once we head up these stairs, we'll need to make our way to main gates, which are somewhere to the west of here. Forgive me for stating the obvious, but it bears repeating that until we open the gates, we are on our own. It would be the best interest to avoid guards and easily startled small folk. Obviously, but once our guests have arrived, we'll be free to head towards the research facility, where trials being held as loudly as we like. Since we've been here before, will you lead the way? Of course, but I will not move. I will move quickly, so see that you do not fall behind. Nothing left to say then. Let's get to it. Oh, we got a gold spot. Let's go. Let's go. Alright. Let's get in there. Let's get in there and do a thing. Please. There. Wait, patrol, let him pass. Oh, sorry. Okay. She did things with... What? Tumble a savage... Whoa! I don't know if you guys read that. That was a spicy line, boy. He did things with her tongue that you wouldn't believe, and then he's like, he was with like a native. It's like, oh. It's most like British Empire coded thing I've ever heard. Sorry, weather has been ridiculous. My throat is just doing crazy. All right, let us indeed press on. Yeah, if you want to know, you go back and read that dialogue there. That was something else. Here we are, one more sentry. Give me a moment. I could do it. Oh, assassinate. Pleasant dreams. Look out, liver on the winch. Oh, guard the rear. Alright. Sure. I will hold up my hand and make this thing go do the thing I want. Alpha, can you hear me? The gates are open. Alright. Obsidian Carbuncle. Then lead with them and head for the facility. Alright. Good luck, dudes. Remember the reach, remember the towers, attack. Now we're not going that way? Okay, we're going this way. Oh no, alarm insurgents. Sound the alarm. Say alarm in the most foreign way possible with game. One of these, one of those, one of those. Frick that. Yeah. Oh, more bad guys. Bad guys coming. I always say that, but it's like, it's a reference to like an old Flash cartoon that's like super old. There's bad guys, and there was bad guys in space. Watch on newgrounds.com. Alright. Making it so hard to target. At some time, I probably will have to actually figure that out again, but today is not that day. Alright, there we go. The resonatorium. Okay. Hold on, Kryl, we're coming. We will save you, Pikachu dress girl. They know we are coming. Make ready, my friends. Alright. Oh, bunch of like bodies on the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. She's got the Sharingan! I reckon you lot would come, but I didn't think you'd have the nerve to break the bloody boars down. Makes no difference to me, though. Time to die. Where's my fancy staff thing? Use the etheric siphon to weaken Fordola and defeat her in battle. Alright. I mean, frankly, I don't even think I need to, but I mean, if that's what we gotta do, then so be it. Is it gonna give me like a little pop-up thing, or do I need to use like an item on her in the middle of battle?
I can read your every move!
Oh, she can read my every move, oh no! I've been stunned! Oh, hang on. There you go. My head, the pain. You should be in pain, you deserve it. You have been very mean to me, madam. I've fumbled that. Would help them with that, but I think I'm supposed to take it. Oh no. It seems that we should use the siphon again. I did use the siphon again. Alright. She's using hacks. She's got a game genie. I'm so focused on trying to make sure I don't miss this like prompt.
How could I lose?
Ow. Wait a minute. Hit it with the Doton. Where are they all going? Where you guys leave the pilots in your capable hands? Where are they running off to? I missed something apparently.
I'll cut you to pieces!
I mean, I could try and bring him down faster and make it so that she can help me. That might be good, right? They took out all the other ads. There you go. See, now you can help me with this. So, like, give me a hand or whatever. Oh, I'm just gonna do shade shift. We're not doing this. There we go. Shade shift worked out okay.
Let's finish this! If only you knew the power!
Oh, if only you knew the power of the Ginyu Force. I'm working on it, dude. They keep telling me to use the siphon. It's like, you think I'm not? Oh, she's charging up Malaysia or whatever. Not here, not now, not you, except it is. I have a fancy staff that made everything way easier. I could have won anyway, but like, you know, whatever. She stole that eye from Obito, I know she did. Imagine you get like a super fancy power, get like tortured basically to make it work, and then all of a sudden someone shows up with a staff that just Deus Machina as the solution out of the way. And then Lise just shows up and beats you up.
No. Not after everything. I cannot lose. I will not! Oh, but you will! Without your tricks, you're nothing!
That's a lot of trash talk, man. It's a little rough.
Conrad, Mefrit, your own comrades! I should kill you here and now for what you did! But there's no place for that kind of justice here. Not in my Mhigo. Oh, how very bloody noble of you. Why, you'll pardon me my sins, will you? After you and your freedom fighters come and tear down everything we've worked so hard to build? We were fighting for our people's freedom.
You're fighting for people's freedom. I'm fighting for people's freedom. We're all fighting for the people's freedom. Oh, that's some monk focus, boy. Oh, that's a counter. I played Soul Calibur. That's exactly what that was. That was like a killick kick right to the head.
You're slaves to a tyrant. There's no freedom in that.
You know, that kick was almost as good.
Now, my friend!
That kick was almost as good as the time that the Junius chick came in and kicked that little, that little, like, plant dude. I forget what they're called. What are they called? I can't think of it. You know what I mean? It was like in ARR, right? Like, the plant dude showed up. It's not the Sahagin. Why am I having so much trouble with this? My brain is a sieve, dude. I don't remember anything anyway. I'm also very tired. I was up all night last night. But no. Yeah, when they kicked it against the wall and just absolutely ended him immediately. Almost as good. Not as good, but almost as good. Captain America? It is straight up like just like a giant Captain America pod. With the tiniest Pikachu girl inside.
Croyle!
Pikachu?
Alphino? I knew you'd come.
Touching as this moment is, it will have to wait. We should rejoin the main force at once. Lise!
I'm taking her back with us, alive. She's going to answer for what she's done. Listen to you, talking like you've already won. Zenos is gonna tear you apart. He commands a power echoing that of the icons.
He has been kind of doing that, I'm not gonna lie. He has been absolutely, like, Chad-locked.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
The hunt, you stupid cow. I'm talking about the hunt. He said you'd come. And here you are, his willing prey.
It was a trap! Why didn't Admiral Akbar warn me?
You and your friends are dead. Just like mine. And all our misery, all our sacrifice. It was all for naught! No! You're gonna live long enough to see us win our freedom. I promise you that. May I live 1,000 years.
Interrogations can wait. Let us be off.
Why don't you want to live 1,000 years? I guess maybe that's just a turn of phrase, like, you'll live to see our freedom, and then she's like, basically it'll take 1,000 years. Like, I get the basic premise, it's just like, you're not really in a good position, so. What a relief to have finally found her. Though the greatest challenge yet lies ahead of us, on the eve of this final battle, I find myself overcome with joy. We could not have saved her without everyone's help. Thancred, Lys, Eorzea, and of course you. But yes, there is still much and more to be done. I should be very interested to learn of the meaning of Fordolo's ominous words, for one. Truly. I was kind of, I'm not gonna say it was like slightly anticlimactic, but it's whatever. Lys has gone to deliver Fordola into the custody of the Alliance, leaving Mhigo and her men to hold the residential district and stand ready. Once the Alliance has breached the main gates and commenced their assault, the Resistance forces will push through the entrance here and join the fray. In that case, I'll remain here. My search for Kryl took me into the city proper, and my familiarity with their defenses may prove useful to the Resistance. Understood. I shall instruct Arnvald and his unit to render support as well. They were tasked with securing the Aetherite, as I recall, with me, Tiberius. Well, you know, here's the Kryl's in good shape, considering she just came out of the Captain America pod. The one thing is, like, so we know that Zenos has planned a trap for us. We know that's a thing. Who we got here? Nava Mayrin, level 84 Gunbreaker. Sassy. So we know Zenos had a trap for us. That's a thing. The one thing is, Arnvald. The real ones know Arnvald's gonna have a rough time. I keep forgetting exactly. We're just gonna hop, skip, and jump over here. But the thing about it is, like, they keep talking about, like, yeah, we sent Arnvald here and we sent him there, and it's like, yeah, it's great. He's got his own team, doesn't he? He's got Tia and girl with mask thing. Gods, Kryl, it's good to see you. I feared the worst. It wasn't your fault. You saved me, all of you. Thank you. We will be departing shortly for Porta Praetoria to rejoin the main host. Arnvald, I would have your unit remain here with Thancred, that you might support the Resistance troops in the coming battle. Understood. We won't let you down. I trust you will refrain from doing anything I would not. We are both far too young to die. Right. No noble sacrifices. Got it. Oh, I feel like he's not going to be able to keep that promise. Tiberius, Kryl, let us be off then. Alright, so, like, everything's just business as usual now. I'll repair all my stuff, even though it doesn't really need it. Alright. Sorry, I find navigating, like, Alamigo or whatever, what is this Alamigo, this city? What is this? The Alamigan Quarter? I hate navigating the Alamigan Quarter. I hate it worse than Ul'dah or Limsa or any of those cities. It's a nuisance. Like, once I got the ability to fly in this area, I never walk around it. Just fly over it. It's the worst city to go around. I get lost in it. I don't find where I need to go. I get stuck. And even flying is a nuisance sometimes, where, like, you run into an invisible wall or something. It's like, no. Ain't no one got time for that. So, alright. What's up, Phobad? Yeah, they keep. I think Arnvald's time. He's running on borrowed time at this point. Spoilers. Because I don't remember, like, when I saw Arnvald like in normal condition, I was like, oh, it's Arnvald. I was like, I remember Arnvald, and I was like, be honest, don't remember him like this exactly. Because he shows up later on, like you see him and he, like, he's inspirational and everything else. But, Okay, what do we got over here? Oh, that's right, the whole castle thing and the Aetheryte and the whole Jim Jam. I remember I had to do a bunch of, like, post-Stormblood quests to get ready for Shadowbringers. I think it was Shadowbringers. There was one where I had to do, like, a lot of planning. Amaric and Lucia. We gotta talk to Amaric. Hang on. The scout said the Dragoon's armor was unmistakable, but surely he would not. Even on the verge of this siege, Sir Amaric will not forgo his tea. To him, to see him drink it so calm and composed, you would think him anywhere but a battlefield. You too will picture a composure, though that is hardly surprising given your combat experience. But just Amaric's as we know, Amaric is my boy, so. Sorry, I was like, what the heck name is that? I gotta go down. Where am I going? Oh, over there. Okay. It's Raoban. Tell me a tale, Raoban.
Ah, the heroes of the hour. Not content with securing the residential district, you gifted me an Imperial Commander. What are you after, a medal?
No, I'm
The
alright.
work is its own reward, General. I must say, however, that Fordola's claims were not a little disturbing. What manner of power could Zenos have acquired that might equal an icon?
Might she speak of our missing Omega?
Very possibly. The Empire's fondness for comparable Allagan technologies is exceedingly well documented. Have we made any progress with our own investigation?
None. The search goes on in earnest, but Cid has thus far found nothing of note. Mayhap the Galleons beat us to it. If they were working desperately to repair the machine, that might explain their decision to remain within their walls.
I mean, Astidian found Shinryu, I'm pretty sure. But he just kind of hunts dragons to do that.
Ah, Lys. I trust you surrendered Fordola into custody without incident. We were just discussing the pilot's claims.
About Zenos and his newfound powers. She hasn't said a word on the subject since we rescued Kryl, even when the interrogator asked nicely.
Mayhap I can offer some insight into her claims, or at least into the facility and the experiments they conducted during my time there. Though my memories of the period are somewhat muddled, there are a few things I remember with painful clarity.
Having heard her in Dawn Trail, because she does obviously have a larger stuff in that Blighted expansion, she doesn't seem as comfortable now, but she hasn't had a lot of voice lines to really, feel out the character, right? The thing about Kryl's voice actress has had, almost no time, so... But even so, it's still closer now to what it is then, years later, than I think, Alphino or somebody was when they first started, where it was kind of weird and they were still feeling out the role. But still pretty good.
Thancred told us only that Fordola had undergone some manner of treatment.
Yes. It is a place wholly dedicated to the creation of enhanced beings, whom they refer to as the Resonant. As I understand it, the process aims to imbue a test subject with the qualities of an individual with demonstrated magical aptitude. This entails the mechanical extraction and transfusion of some manner of primordial essence.
So that's how Fordola improved so fast. I knew there had to be something. She wasn't half as strong or quick to predict my attacks when we first met. If it weren't for Oriange's siphon thingy, I really don't think we'd have beaten her.
I absolutely love that she just called it the siphon thingy. I'm not usually one... Because Final Fantasy XIV is kind of, consistently well-spoken, except for like maybe when you talk to pirates or something, or like beast tribes. Is that, but just hearing like a layman like Lise just go, Urianger's siphon thingy brings me joy, because it makes me feel like I'm not the only like everyman in this group. Like obviously I'm very strong and like martial capable, but in terms of like speaking, I'm not speaking like Urianger, we'll put it that way, to be sure. So I enjoyed that.
My humble scheme asked far more in the execution than it required in the conception, I do assure thee.
Dude, he is like a ghost that just pops out of the walls, man. No, he's like the Spanish Inquisition. No one expects Urianger.
Oh, you've got to stop doing that.
For real, that's what I'm saying.
In calling upon Lady Alisaie after her defeat, I was most intrigued to learn of the apparent effortlessness with which Fordola countered her attacks. 'Twas as if she knew the blade's destination ere its journey began. A most impressive feat under any circumstances, but an almost miraculous one when considered in the context of Fordola's unfamiliarity with my lady's arts. How then could she so perfectly predict an unknown opponent's every move?
You know, one of the things that surprised me in going back and through the story is in modern Final Fantasy XIV story, we're talking like Shadowbringers, Endwalker, and even Dawntrail. Through all those, Urianger, I mean, less so in Dawntrail, but like especially in Shadowbringers and Endwalker, he has a more prominent role. Like his outfit changes, his kind of demeanor is more or less the same, but like he deals with the Loporrits and all this stuff, so he's very much more front and center. I didn't realize how much, like, I knew he worked kind of in the background in, you know, in A Realm Reborn, and then I knew he kind of disappeared for the most of Heaven's Ward, because Heaven's Ward is kind of like, it's you and Alphino and Nestinian and that whole thing. But the thing that gets me is, like, he just kind of, like, I'm assuming they're getting ready to, like, start bringing him more into the forefront, because he is going to be a more prominent character in Shadowbringers. But, like, it's interesting that, like, he's not just, like, he's actually showing up and doing things, as opposed to just being a guy that he's like, yeah, I'm going to go do that thing in the background. They go, you do that. Then they just leave.
After much deliberation, I surmise that Fordola may be possessed of a preternatural ability to divine meaning from the fluctuations of an individual's ether and to instinctively react. To employ a metaphor, one might say that she was attuned to the whispers of my Lady Alisaie's soul.
That sounds like such a, I don't know. I'm going to say I don't like that. It sounds dumb. I don't know how else to put it. Like, yeah, she's strong and cool and able, and because she did, I don't know. I just don't feel like, of all the explanations they could have given to explain that, that just sounds wrong.
Wait, have you not just described a manifestation of the Echo?
I had no conclusive proof. The available anecdotal evidence suggested only that Fordola was uncommonly sensitive to etheric fluctuations, and 'twas this which led me to develop my stratagem. I would fashion a device with the capacity to generate a massive disruption in the surrounding ether. If, as I suspected, Fordola's senses were indeed questing for the most minor of oscillations, the shock of exposure to a more amplitudinous etheric waveform would be akin to a debilitating bout of ether sickness.
How ingenious. I note that the success of your plan hinged on your device's wielder remaining ignorant of its purpose, lest Fordola divine your intent.
Indeed so, Master Alphino. All things considered, 'twas a most fortuitous outcome.
That's putting it mildly. In any event, if Urianger is correct, that would mean these Resonant have been granted the power of the Echo via artificial means. A sobering thought, to say the least, and one which makes me wonder what else Zenos has in store.
I also wonder what Zenos has in store. But no, why didn't they just say that? Instead of him saying, oh, she's attuned and could see, like, the etheric this and that, and is attuned to Alisaie's very soul. And I'm like, what does that even mean? And I was like, as I said, I don't like it. But then he comes out and he goes, oh, that just kind of sounds like they artificially gave her the Echo. And I'm like, Why didn't you just start with that? We could have led with that. That would have been fine. We could have done that.
Whatever the Viceroy's newfound powers, I know of none better equipped to face him. And face him you must. For there is now but one path forward, and it leads straight to Mhigo.
And it's not as if we came unprepared. We've got all our friends and allies fighting for the same thing. Honestly, right now, I feel like we could take on anyone and win. And I mean anyone.
Real talk, though. What has changed for me as a character since the last 2 times? I mean, except for if we acknowledge me passively leveling up, right? Nothing tangibly that I can think of, and correct me if I'm wrong, has changed to where we could fight Zenos and win. Zenos has plot armor, so the only counter to plot armor is like your own plot advantage. Something has to happen. It has to be your hyperbolic time chamber, you know, you're unlocking the new power you didn't know you had, the training excessively, whatever it is, you have to have that. Otherwise, you can't beat someone like Zenos. It's not possible. And yet they're like, yeah, I think we could take on anyone. I'm hoping there's just something I forgot that gives us strength, because otherwise, it's not happening, and it's not going to be a good payoff. Victory is as good as ours. Nevertheless, let's pursue with all due caution. 3 dots. So here's the thing. My boisterous charm and my absolute cockiness wants to say, absolutely. However, being as we have, again, fought him twice and not won, the best we did is broke part of his helmet. That's not a good sign, and we haven't done anything besides passively, like, level up to do anything. So I'm dropping the 3 dots, man. Like, I'll be stern about it. Like, all right.
Talking. All right, I get the message. Action is what's needed now. Right.
I also agree with
I'd
that.
best get back to the residential district. Thancred and the resistance forces are waiting.
It is time we join the main host.
The main host. They have Zerg swarm hosts.
Kryl, in light of your recent ordeal, might I suggest that you remain with the rearguard for now?
Oh, if you insist. Just this once.
Feels like I could use a nap. Or like a sandwich. But yeah, I'm all for, like, taking action. I'm just saying, nothing has happened to counter the plot armor thus far. Of him just being stupidly strong. If I may, General, is there aught Tiberius and I can do to assist with the final preparations? No, you're gonna make me do chores. Ugh. I'm glad you asked. Pippin informed me that moments ago that all forces are in position, that we are ready to commence the assault. Naught remains but to notify the Alliance commanders. If you have no objections, I should be glad to have you do the honors, Tiberius. You were instrumental in the success of the Operation Archon. You helped bring the end to the Dragon Song War. You are a hero of the people and a symbol of hope. Some might judge it to be an empty gesture, or worst, waste your talents, but I know it would mean much to everyone here. Alright. It's kind of dumb, but at the same time, kind of cool. Who we got? Fikasan Tamaran, level 69 ninja. Respect. Alright, let's go tell Connie Senna and Mira. Wait a minute. Was he up there? I gotta tell him one too, don't I? Yep, there's Amric. We'll tell Amric first, because Amric's the one I respect the most. He's my favorite. We all know this. Oh, they're all like, yeah, it's you, what's up? Huh. Then you should be the one to bring me word. By the Fury, it is good to see you, my friend. You, who stood with us at our direst hour, will ever be an inspiration to my countrymen and to me. Through Ishkar's debt can never be repaid. It is my hope that our deeds will one day go to a small way to redressing the balance. No problem. Alright, who do you got? Connie Senna. All is ready. Very well. Though many will fall in the coming battle, how many more shall know liberty for their sacrifice? There is a time for peace and a time for war. Even the matron understands. No, Mjolnir! Even the matron understands this. We who have received her of hers and the elemental's blessings go now to stand for Eorzea and her children. It is time, then. Though this will not be my theater of choice, we will play our part. Our cannons care not either way. That battery will sunk enough ships to fill a fleet. Does not like to be bested by a gate. Oh, did you bring a cannon? That's nice. Is there a cannon here and I just didn't notice? I didn't see a cannon anywhere. Where's the cannon? You're telling me a battery, I don't see one. Whatever. Does not matter. It's super easy, barely an inconvenience, as they say. Oh no, it's Isolde Hidajari. Level 73 Astrologian. Raubon. Let's go. Is it done then? Thank you, Tiberius, for humoring an old bull. Maelstrom, Adder, and Ishgardian forces are in position, General. Resistance forces in the Alamican Quarter are ready and await our signal. Naught left to do but the deed itself. Alright. Right then. I must go to my men. I shall lead in the first charge through the breach. Then we shall head to the front. Pippin has commanded our artillery outside the gate. It will not be hard to find. Ah, but before you go, I have a final favor to ask. Give this to my son. He will understand. You know, if they made a movie out of Final Fantasy XIV, like a lot... Oh, everyone's like cheering and like... What? I can hear all the shouting and everything. I'm like, wait, what? We're ready to go fight in a war. Let's do it. Thing is, I hear people, but there's like nobody around, so I'm like, who is shouting? Like, are they all... Hang on, I gotta figure this out. Is there like a bunch of people like up here on the walls or something? I don't understand where the shouting is coming from. It sounds like a bunch of people are like cheering, like, yeah, we're gonna get it. But I'm like, I don't see any people around, like behind barricades or like cheering and like shaking their fists next to the walls or anything like that. But no, anyway, what I was gonna say is, if they did a live action thing, I'm like 90% certain they would choose the Rock to play Raubon. Everyone likes to get a bit of rock slap, am I right? But no, like, you can hear it even now. I can still hear the shouting and the chanting, and I don't know why. That's a lot of flag. Dude, look at those birds or whatever, like griffins or whatever. Those are neat. And then you got all the flags. I wouldn't like fly everywhere, but like it takes so long to get everywhere in this area. Everything's like 20 million miles wide. Tiberius, Alphino, what's that you've got there? Apparently something's going on. The shouting is still going on. Oh, he got a sword. He got like a little version of the sword. By the 12, this is Tizona. The Bull of Alamigo's legendary sword, formed from 2 cursed blades. This sword is a symbol of everything my father fought to achieve, a weapon claimed on the blood sands, and with it fortune and glory. Its flames consume the unworthy, but by fire was he reborn. That he should bequeath it to me now, to carry on his legacy, well, I shall endeavor to deserve it, but I'll be damned if this is his final battle. Once we begin, there will be no respite until it's over. Are you ready, my friends? Yeah. Very well, brace yourselves. This should be quite a spectacle. Vice Marshal, Imperial unit approaching from the north. Aiming to destroy our artillery, are they? How many? Total numbers unconfirmed. At least 1 squadron, but sir, they're wolfmen. Foray Domintai. Bloody hells, that's all we need. Call up the blood swarm. Tell them to make ready. Marshal Tarpon, wait. These wolfmen to whom you speak hail from Doma. They were coerced into fighting in the Empire, spirited away to foreign land and told that if they disobeyed, their lives and kin would be forfeit. But their homeland has been liberated. They have no reason to continue serving their Imperial masters. Ere you engage them in battle, I beseech you, grant us a moment to go and attempt to convince them to lay down their arms. Yeah, I suppose that makes sense. They don't know that, like, you know, the war's over, like the Japanese dude on the island. So, alright, we'll give him a chance. I am loath to give our enemy more time to prepare, but if there is a chance that this conflict might be avoided, I suppose we just take it. Go then, but be quick. We will, Vice Marshal. With me, Tiberius. What you with me, Alphino? How about that? Why don't I take point on this one? Still with the shouting. I thought the shouting thing would be temporary, but it's like... It's not temporary. It's not temporary at all. Oh well, doesn't matter. I kind of wonder when and if Doma was going to come into play. Because, like, we liberated the Domans, and then you, like, expect something to happen, but then, like, nothing happened of it. So, you know. We will wait here for the Lupin to arrive. Steel yourself, my friend. Though I hope to resolve this without resorting to violence, it would seem wise to prepare for the worst. Ain't wrong. We wouldn't need to say normal, easy. We'll get away. Might get away with it. We'll see. They come, Tiberius. What's up, wolf dudes? You, clear the road. Honorable warriors of Doma, my name is Alphino Levelier, and I come before you with news of great import. Silence, boy, you stand upon a battlefield. Be gone or be cut down. Doma is free. Lord Heian has returned and driven Yatsuyu and the Imperials from your lands. We were there, we helped them. There is no need for you to fight for Zenos. Lord Heian is dead, and you are a liar. What could a boy such as you do against Magitech? Throw stones and spit curses? Invoke my lord's name again at your peril. We will suffer no falsehoods. I speak only truth. Put up your weapons, I beg of you. Let us speak as friends and not shed blood in vain. If your claims were true, we would gladly sheath our blades and embrace as brothers. But since they are surely to be false, we would be traitors to accept. Our lives are those but the loved ones. Forfeit. Words are air. You will prove your truth on your tail on the battlefield or die in dishonor. That's a big katana. Well, time to fight some wolf dudes. We were not super good at convincing them, apparently. Maybe Heian will show up randomly. Dude said he was going to come help at some point, and we were like, oh no, you don't have to do that. But then, like, you know, he did, so... If you die this day, then know that you're liars. Truly must we fight to prove that we need not to fight. You know, that's a good point, like, hey... There we go, we, like, dumpster them really fast. Feels good. They're not dead, they're just wounded. You are no strangers to battle, that much is plain. I am the White, I am Hakuro, and you will be my opponent. Have at you. This would be cooler if I was still playing, if I was playing Samurai, though. Alright. Alright, Mr. the White. One of these. That. This. Alright. Solid play. Alphino will get out of the AoEs. Didn't anyone teach you to get out of AoEs, Alphino? Like, genuinely? Well, not that bad so far. Just got shape shift. True north going here. My little spot is right here. Oh gosh. They are putting so many AoEs down. Alright, well, I'll go over here.
So it comes to this!
We got him. His number's called. Moonstone Carbuncle, come. Are we gonna train? Oh, he's got the white Carbuncle. The Gandalf, the white of Carbuncles. Stand within Carbuncle's wards, he'll grant you strength. I mean, I don't really think I need to, really. I think things are going just fine. Oh, I guess I'm okay. Enough, you have every bit of the warriors you claim to be. Yeah, I am the warrior I claim to be. I don't lie. Have you guys, has anybody watching this ever heard me embellish my ability or capability in this in any way? That's a real question. You fought with honor and restraint. You could have killed my men, and perhaps even me, but you did not. For this I thank you. Warriors brave and true, I pray you tell us of the Battle of Doma's liberation. We should be glad to do so. Lord Hien returned. Such joy this news brings us. But for Lord Gosetsu to perish in the keep's collapse, to be taken from us by such treachery, there is no justice. As for Hagner, he wished for no better death. That's true. You knew him well. Aye, he would not suffer us to mourn with him such undone. And so we will not. Duty comes before all. All Lupin shall know Doma's liberation, and your part in it. When you have breached the gates, we shall turn on the Imperials as one. With fang and claw shall we rip open the throats of our masters. This the White swears. Thank you. When our war is ended, I am certain that our Lord, your Lord, will help us to return you all to Doma. Such a curious thing, destiny, to see us meet with friends of Lord Hien in this distant corner of the world. But we shall not keep you. Your day is not yet done. Bye, wolf dudes. Come, let us not keep our comrades waiting. We have a nation to liberate. I'm be honest, I am like 50% surprised that they didn't just make the Lupin just like a playable race. There'd be a lot of furries playing this game. I bet they love that. Oh, it's a bunch of mages. What's up, mage bands? Oh, I recognize that guy. It's the guy with the little bandage thing. I'm trying to think, was it Black Mages Guild, I think? I do like how as the game progresses, you meet more and more like people and they all kind of come together for different battles.
Ah, you are returned. Were your negotiations with the Wolfmen successful?
The one they called the White was receptive to our words once we told him of Doma's liberation. They withdrew behind the walls to inform their brethren. If the gods are good, no blood shall be shed between our peoples this day.
Hear, hear. Now, I think it's time we did something about those gates. Thaumaturges, forward! Give me hellfire! Give me Ifrit's bloody inferno!
He's going for it. Oh, that's fancy. They like combine them together.
Now give me a Curfin winter! Enough ice and snow to bury a behemoth!
Oh, we're gonna superheat the gate and then frost it to make it fracture. That's you know, it's a solid plan. Look at him, he knows chemistry.
All cannons, fire at will! Let no man say we neglected to knock!
Now it's weakened by the the radical temperature change. Maelstrom out here with all their cannons, being like, we have cannons. It's good, I promise. You guys need a bigger cannon. Oh no, they're all being shot and their cannons blown up. They has magic tech robots.
Armor. We nearly had it!
Alright, Hien, let's go. I was wondering if he was going to show up sometime soon.
Is that...
Everyone loves a clutch, show up.
Bear witness, my Eorzean brothers and sisters. Doma has come to pay her debts.
Well, that's an entrance if I ever saw one. It's definitely up there.
Lord Hian!
Maybe not like an Estinian level, but definitely a big one.
Machines. Forward, my friends, for freedom and justice.
For freedom and justice. That's a corny line, but I'll take it.
You heard the man! All cannons resume firing!
I feel like they just need like one really big gun. Those are big guns, but they need like a really big gun.
We're through. The way is clear.
Clear? That hole's like 7 feet wide. You gotta get a bunch of dudes and like everything else through there. You're like blowing a hole like maybe like 15 feet wide, I believe you, but like it's like a 7-foot hole. You like warped the front fender of that door. I'm just saying. I mean, you broke it. Maybe they're just implying that like you can just open it now. I just thought that was funny. It's like, yeah, sure, okay. Oh, I see an entrance dungeon. Impeccable timing, those domans. Come, my comrades. The enemy's gate is down. Forward. Alright. Oh. The battle for Alamigo is at hand. All forces have been ordered to advance into the city proper. Tiberius, Alphino, may I ask you to be part of the first charge? 'Twould be an honor. I will join them, but as another soldier. The command of the flames I leave in your capable hands, Pippin. I don't suppose we could come along too. Please, are involved. Mhigo and the others told me to go with you, Tiberius, to bring Zenos to account for everyone. I'm Alamigan too, in case anyone's forgotten. My place is in the thick of it, and it doesn't get thicker than where you'll be. Let us sally forth then. Together we make for the royal palace, there to find and strike down Zenos. Yeah, it seems like it's Alamigo now accessible. I don't remember this one at all, at least not from just the name. But all right, let's go get it, and then we can get our stuff ready here. Players. All right, hang on a second. 16 minutes, huh? I'd moved my copy of my book to the Encyclopedia Eorzea, Volume 2, Alamigo. Let's see, Alamigo, 172. Alright. Alamigo, liberty or death. Having conquered all the lands of Garibania, King Anshelm ordered the construction of a fortress city that would serve to repel invaders from Ilsabard. Completed in the year 1135 of the 6th Astral Era, it stood as a simple symbol of defiance until it fell to the Empire, whereupon it became a symbol of oppression. In the 20 years that it lay under Garlean rule, Little Alamigo appears to have changed, but upon... Little of Alamigo. Sorry, slip of the tongue. Little of Alamigo appears to have changed, but upon closer inspection there are imperial touches in evidence, from Magitech street lamps to advanced water and sewage systems. However, such improvements to civic life were privileges enjoyed only by imperial citizens. Those without citizenship, or the An, were consigned to hard, destitute lives in the Alamigan Quarter, the purpose-built district for the lower class. Like the rest of the city, the royal palace was allowed to retain its pre-imperial style. Yet beneath the skin, it has been fortified with a multitude of cannons and powerful Magitech fields. which greeted the sieging forces of the Eorzean Alliance and the Alamigan Resistance. And then we've got a couple for the bosses in there. We got that weird scientist guy, Aulus Mal Asina, chief of the research of the 12th Imperial Legion. Aulus personally joined the fray during the siege of Alamigo. Confronting the heroes of Eorzea upon a Magitech conveyor, he employed a weapon of his own creation which ripped their minds from their bodies. Oh, that's a really neat dungeon thing. I remember that boss. Okay, yeah. In this way, he had intended to demonstrate his superiority, but his plan went awry and he died in vain. And then, of course, Zenos. Legatus of the 12th Imperial Legion and Crown Prince of Garlemald, Zenos' high birth and extraordinary talents rendered his life wanting for purpose. During a mission to Garabania, however, he encountered a foe with who would kindle in him theretofore unfelt ardor, the warrior of light. Against this foe, Zenos would bring all to bear, wielding the katana Ame no Hikabari, his powers as a revenant, and even the might of a primal Shinryu. And then it says, upon the rooftop of the royal palace, King Theodoric had built for his foreign queen a garden where the familiar creatures from her homeland were kept. Under imperial rule, it was maintained for the pleasure of high-ranking officers. And so that is Alamigo. I remember Alamigo's thing with the flower thing. I remember that whole thing, but not much else. So either way, I'll see you when it pops. All right. Well, that wasn't that long at all. That was like 6 minutes maybe. So let's get in and let's trounce Zenos with some sort of I don't know, with a can-do spirit and the power of friendship. I guess that'll have to do. Works for anime. It'll have to work here. If I read it right, this is like the last set of quests because 122 quests for 4.0 itself. I wanted to make sure. Alright, let's go. I couldn't find plus on my keyboard that wasn't the button that just turns on everything. So we're just going to have to work around it. I was going to push the keyboard on the numpad, and I was like, where is the plus key on this side? I don't know where it is. Oh. Healer got trounced for a little bit, didn't he? Here, I'll hit him with this stuff. There you go. I think it's... Oh, that's not it. I thought for sure it was it. It wasn't it. I still forget what my combos are. I admit nothing. Oh, I admit everything. I regret nothing would be more accurate. Now we got a Dark Knight, a Sage, and a Black Mage. I respect the hustle for Black Mage. It's a lot of standing around, you know what I mean? Oh. This. I'm so dumb. I get so caught up trying to figure out all the stuff. You ever talk to, like, I don't use AI that much, but every once in a while if I want like just a quick piece of information, I'll ask it. So I explain to it exactly where I am in the quest after looking up some of the information, and it just keeps telling me that I'm like on a different quest entirely than what I said I am, and I'm like, never mind. I shouldn't have asked you anything to begin with. I should have just looked it up on my own. I was just trying to do it fast because I wasn't sure how long time I had until the dungeon. That guy's name is Sailor Moon. Oh, yeah, we gotta go here. And you've got the yellow, the blonde hair and the whole thing. Oh, I was like, what are we doing? What's the dog doing? You know. Then I realized, oh yeah, it went by. It means it's gone. Man, Sailor Moon having a rough day. Sailor Moon having a rough day. Sailor Moon is dead. Let's see if I can recover this. I'm not sure who was at fault for that one. I didn't remember who it said that they were new. Why am I pulling aggro? Oh no. Am I the tank now? I don't think I'm supposed to be the tank now. Is the tank? I'll say he has a tank stance on. Am I doing too much? Is that it? Like, I don't want to be that guy. I need to actually finish my combos. After that whole debacle, I kind of panicked. It's nice, you know, as much as I don't want things to go wrong in dungeons, it's kind of nice when things go wrong occasionally, because then it's not just like a blow through op and then you're done. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, swept around the bend, remember? I don't know. I didn't get to read that whole thing. I'm assuming that guy blew up the gate. Oh, it's the thing from Final Fantasy VII. That's right, okay. Who said? First time? Oh, is the tank. Okay. I'm like sitting there, and I'm like, who was it that said it was their first time? And now I know. Alright, let's see if I can actually get my combos here. I don't know. This is like the first boss in Final Fantasy VII, or at least it seems to be based on it anyway. So far so good, I think I'm doing okay. I think in terms of like efficiency. I'm really excited about that fight where we fight the scientist guy. I remember that battle being cool. It did like a really unique thing. There we go. Let's go. Alright. Suddenly a bunch of dudes. They're all constantly half dead. I'm not sure if the tank's just like not pulling aggro properly, or if the healer's getting himself into trouble. Because I'm noticing, oh, it's got to be the tank. Because like, look at the black mage is getting hurt too. Only thing difference is I'm not letting myself get pulled into situations that I was otherwise not. Are we trying to like do? Like right now I have aggro. I shouldn't have aggro. Oh no. I'm gonna pop all my fancy cooldowns in the hopes that I can do something. Oh man, it's happening. Alright, it's going bad. It's going bad. Well, they're alive, but I don't know how long that's gonna last. I tried to pop my cooldowns to try and make a difference. I popped Shade Shift, but it doesn't last that long. I'll let them try and fight their way out of it. You know what? I don't think he's gonna get a chance to like revive me. He is getting pinched too hard. I should just go back. I'd be more benefit to them to just go through and go back and try and help them. Because look at that tank, he's almost dead again. I don't know. That healer's gonna have to work like triple time. It really does make things interesting though, when everything doesn't go well. I'll tell you what. So, I ain't complaining. This isn't the same as like wiping on a dungeon like 7 times or something like that, or like on a boss. Oh gosh. Alright. Oh, yeah. He's good again. Hit him with this, and this, and one of these, and one of those. This. I did not mean to do that. I'm gonna die. I tried. I accidentally marked him with a 3. I didn't mean to do that, but we're getting absolutely stomped in this thing. This is great. Oh man, I'm gonna go back again. It's more beneficial. I'll just keep we'll keep leapfrogging this until we get there. This is the most fun I've had in a dungeon in forever, man. There's something more fun about like having problems and like emergent gameplay than just like, well, we blew through the entire dungeon and it didn't matter, you know what I mean? This is straight up like the most fun I've had in a dungeon in a really long time. I don't know what to say. Alright, there you go. We're gonna do it. We're gonna brute force this with Sailor Moon with the giant sword and Jovi Elmer and everything and Besu Ball. We're gonna do it. We're gonna beat everybody. It's gonna be super easy, barely an inconvenience. This is great. I'm having like the best time. When you're not just like fumbling through everything, it's more. I just find it more entertaining. All right. Meanwhile, the Black Mage, I think he realizing the tank is not like doing. Dude, what is the do? It's stance. He needs the stance. He needs the stance like yesterday. Oh lord. Okay, we're gonna shade shift. That's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna shade shift and give him some time. I'm gonna run toward the tank. I don't know. He must have accidentally turned the stance off. I have no idea. All right, there we go. Yeah, like he turned his tank stance off, and then they couldn't hold the aggro. Come on, Sailor Moon, you can do it. Fighting evil by I can't remember that. Something like that, right? I don't know if he's just like fat fingering, or if she's like fat fingering the tank stance button or what. That and like, I don't know if he's using his mitigation. I'm not even worrying about positionals, I'm just trying to get my damage in. Allow me to clear the way. Alright. Thank you, Guardian Man. The treasure coffer over there. I don't know. We don't care about that? Okay, we don't care about that. Kind of feel like Sailor Moon needs it. Oh man, he's gonna have a rough go of this one. I don't remember exactly how. I just kind of remember how it goes, but that's okay. We're just gonna do the best we can. Mr. Rogers would do it. We can do it. Alright. Alright, not so bad.
I shall have to share these findings.
He's gonna do science, look out.
Initiate soul extraction.
Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O.
Ha! Success.
Alright, so we've been debodied. You gotta like kind of charge through and then juke the shots.
The soul rebels.
And they're not all there yet, come on. There you go. Why other guy is not as like where like come on.
My word, This data!
Man, evil scientists, they're always trying to cause problems, you know what I mean? Dumps this man. If we don't skip Sora, we gotta quit the game. We'll have to stop playing the game immediately. Let's go. I'm eating pizza now. There we go. You gotta have a celebratory pizza after that. That went much better than it could have. Alright. Let the tank do his thing. I think the tank also thinks that he has to pull. People have probably pressured them to play like wall-to-wall pull. I don't know what the heck I did. Apparently I fumbled that. But no, it's like... By the way, here's your mid-dungeon unrelated factoid. Did you know guys buying up Pizza Huts and turning them into Pizza Huts from the 90s? They're called Pizza Hut Classic. Did you know that's a thing? I'm excited. I want to go. It's too far away, but I want to go. I didn't like Pizza Hut that much, but it's the premise. Alright. Let the tank grab the aggro. Come on. There we go. Alright, you don't have to pull the whole... You don't have to pull the whole dungeon. You really don't. I know someone probably told you have to, but I don't get the impression that you have the skills to pay said bills quite yet. I mean, I would dare not insult you, but I'm just saying. It walks like a duck and it talks like a duck, you feel me? Yeah, open the box. I don't need any of this, but that's not the point. Hang in there, Sailor Moon. You ran ahead and the healer wasn't there. Baka Yaro. For a minute there, I was like, man, this dungeon's long, and then I realized it's not that long. It just feels like it's long because I've been doing all this other stuff on the side. Whoops. I accidentally pushed that button one too many times. I'm just absolutely, like, an abomination with these, positionals right now. As to say, they do not exist for me. Alright, let's go. We're going in. He's just sitting there. I love that. The presence. The aura farming. He's got the golf bag. Oh, everyone's ahead of me. I thought it was your first time. Why are you not waiting? Alright. Alright. Let's get Zenos, yay Galvus. Third time's a charm, I guess. He's rending. Oh, I was like, I just guessed that I needed to get out of that. I saw everyone else get out of it, and I was like, perhaps I should get out of it.
Rend!
I got bleeding. Can't believe you do this to me. The audacity. The gall, the gumption. It's fine.
Kill! Let this moment last forever.
Oh, okay. Don't worry to kill all the ones around the room or just like avoid them. Oh gosh. The healer's down. The healer's down. Oh gosh. Where do I have? Did I not have that on there?
Kill!
Oh gosh. I don't have. You do it, I don't have it queued on this one. I only had it on the other one. We'll just keep him busy. I wanted to do it, but I don't have it keyed. Alright, we kinda got it for a second there. I'm gonna shade shift. I have no idea what he's gonna do and when he's gonna do it. I gotta fix that. I didn't even think about it. I don't have either that or add to my like 8th hotbar or something like that. I'm just like dumb. Like I haven't had to do that in like a month, it seems like, and so I was like, oh, it'll be fine. It wasn't fine at all, was it, Steve? Oh gosh.
This is the end.
Well, that one hurt. I guess I deserve that. Doesn't he do like one last flourish before he dies? Am I crazy?
Show me your roll.
Yeah, I think it's gonna test my reflexes or something. Oh, yep, there it is.
Yes! Yes! Just so.
I got wrecked by that thing.
More!
Oh no. Not like this. Get hit by swords. That sword is dead. Got the adrenaline pumping, dude. Absolutely.
Have you the strength?
Yeah, we're fine. Do I not? I really don't, do I? I just straight up don't have it queued. Or I don't have it on the hotbar. Do you want like LB him or? Am I crazy?
Yeah.
Say, why don't you LB him, dude? Oh, you know what? I'm not doing it. This has been too dangerous, too close, too everything. Someone else can LB him if they want to. Yeah, there you go. Do the thing. I think I sit here and just put my... Let him do that. Alright. It straight up was one of the most fun dungeon runs I've had in a long time. And then he just disappears. Just disappears. Alright. Don't need a Reaper's thing. Don't really need that. Player commendation. It's gotta go to the Sage. Just working overtime this whole time. Just like, oh my gosh. Sorry for 4 deaths. Just the most fun. The most fun. I still don't understand how we were strong enough to beat him that time, but you know, we were. We did. It's the power of friendship.
Yes! Yes! Such ferocity. Such tenacity.
I think it's funny is, like, we really still didn't even beat him. We just, like, stopped him, I guess, temporarily. He does not seem super, like, problemed
loath to recall
by
how
that.
disappointed I was when first we fought. But finally, after bathing in the blood and offal of your enemies, finally you prove yourself worthy prey for the hunt.
So it really is. It's just, hey, you did it because you fought enough people that you leveled up and now you are strong enough. I just feel like that's a weak explanation for everything, but that's okay. It's not the worst, it's not the best.
It fills you even now, doesn't it? The hunger to bite down on my jugular. To feel the warmth fill your mouth and run over even as you drink deep. Good. This is the beast I have longed to face.
This particular piece of dialogue I find hilarious and just incredibly enjoyable. In the description for this video, I will link a video that it's a very short video. It's like less than a minute. It's like a YouTube short. Like, it couldn't be more than like a minute, maybe two. It's going to reference this. I recommend you watch it. I will just look out for that.
As you sharpen your claws, I too sought newfound strength. But this is no place for a final contest. Come! The heavens shall bear witness to our dance.
That's a lot of Garleans.
Confound it.
Dude, he loves the thing confounded.
Go off to Zenos, my friend. We shall deal with this.
Zenos is like Alphino should just be like, his signature line should just be confounded. He should just lean into it. This episode's gonna be stupidly long if I have to like do this, but no, it should be Shinryu's a trial, so I don't think I have to do that yet. It'll like start it up to where I have to start it. Oh hey, there's Shinryu. No big deal. NBD. I knew he showed up here, but I didn't remember that he was just there.
Welcome to the Royal Menagerie. The King of Ruin built this place for his foreign queen. He kept it filled with familiar creatures from her homeland. They bored me all. This fine specimen, on the other hand, is simply divine.
Nidhogg still causing problems through the transit of property.
Your fates are entwined, are they not, Icon Slayer? This dragon, this embodiment of unbridled despair, born of a desperate man's burning hatred for the Empire.
I mean, it is that. Ilberd
still
causing problems
the
too.
Raging tempest that churns within its breast. No myth made manifest this, but a being of pure violence. Mayhap you are the true architect of our design. You who fought the very soul of vengeance to the edge and watched him fall. You who let slip the Allegan hound to drive this icon into my arms.
Dude, whoever the voice actor is, I don't know the voice actor super well, but whoever the voice actor is for Zenos, he is going all in, and I'm all here for it. It's the best.
Oh my, have I said too much? Forgive me, this Sensation is wholly unfamiliar to me.
Like, he's putting more effort into his voice acting right now than I think the rest of the cast combined. I'm just gonna be honest. He really laid into it. And the dialogue they wrote for him, of course, is like kind of like great but hilarious at the same time.
A question, then, and I should like very much for you to speak from the heart. If I were to stand aside, what would you do to this icon?
Are you actually gonna let me answer? Kill it, bind it, the question mark. I mean, I think killing it is definitely in my rapport as far as things go. I punch in face. I punch in face.
Ah, as simple as that. But of course, you are the Icon's slayer. Such certainty is to be expected. A pity. There is another alternative. Or there would be. Had you only mastered your abilities. I speak of the Echo, of course. Does it merely render you immune to iconic influence, or is it rather that your influence is far greater than theirs? Granted, these implications are of no moment to a savage who thinks only of killing the beast before him. But when I read Van Belsar's reports, I immediately saw the boundless potential of the Echo. I saw how it could be instrumental in binding an icon to one's will. Hence my research and the Resonant, and oh, so much more. All icons must be exterminated, without exception. Such was the imperial mandate issued by my great-grandfather, after he saw firsthand the destruction wrought by one such being. They are a blight upon this star, he felt. And so he began his great and just crusade. Ha! 'Twas not justice which spurred his campaign, but fear! Fear of the Icons! Fear of their power! Cowardice made them march forth to battle. Pathetic. Man should fight for the joy of it. To live, to eat, to breed. Lesser beasts snap and howl at one another for this. Only man has the wisdom and the clarity to embrace violence for its own sake.
I mean, okay. I don't really have anything clever to say about it. It's like, alright, sure.
We who are born into this merciless, meaningless world have but one candle of life to burn. I know you understand this. You and I are one and the same. Together, we could while away the quiet hours as friend and confidant. If you will accept me.
Are you seriously trying to, like, you know, join me and we will rule the episode? I accept you or deny you? I mean, you're a little crazy, so I wanted to, you know, I'm just gonna say accept because I want to see what he says. I just need to know.
Are we to embrace and let bygones be bygones? Do our deeds weigh so little that you would cast all aside? Come. 'Twas plain from the first how this would end.
Okay, so it was kind of fruitless, but I had to know. I know I'm sure I said deny last time.
We live for these moments. When all hangs in the balance. When the difference between life and death is but a single stroke. I live for them too! This is who we are, my friend! This is all we are! Mhigo and Doma and Golemald be damned!
You do be having the crazy eyes, but I mean, like, you know, kind of fitting. Uh-oh. Yeah, no problem. He just freed a dragon that we had to use a giant super robot to beat last time. And Zenos is not fazed by it at all.
Tower above the gods. You by your gift, I by my might.
I ain't gonna lie, his plot armor is thicker than steel, boy. I tell you what. He got 4 feet thick. Oh, he's got double Sharingans. He's got the Mangekyo Sharingan. He's got doubles.
Before the resonance, the gods shall be made to kneel.
They fly now. She's like fusing with Shinryu. Is that what he does? He's like in his chest as a crystal. Okay.
An ending to mark a new beginning.
Do we fight him right away, or does he just leave and then we have to chase him later? That's a hell of a thing. Nope, the Royal Menagerie now accessible. Alright. Alright, I'm assuming it's that one there. Alright, let's see what it is. Hang on. Just make sure it's the right one. Yep. In order to different duty category. Yeah, alright, I got that. Alright, well, with that, it's a little bit longer an episode, but we're... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. We're in good shape, but, you know, we'll start off next episode by chasing right after Zenos as Shinryu Zenos to finally end out Stormblood. I thought we'd get to the end, but like that dungeon took longer than I think we're explaining to. So anyway, with that, till next time.